Hello there, it's me, and I'm a quick Watson and it's Elective ICT. Today's lesson is on application software. My email and website still remains quickwatson38@gmail.com and animal.greatsite.net. So, yes, lesson code. Sharing knowledge is the most fundamental act of friendship because it is a way you can give something without losing something. And Richard Stallman said this, and I agree with Richard 100%. Because the only way to give something without losing something is sharing knowledge. And sharing knowledge is a very good thing. So you know something, you just have to teach another person, and it's very simple. And the more you teach, the more the thing stays with you, the easier it becomes for you to understand and produce as and when possible. So it's very good. I'm not saying that become a teacher in the process. If you don't want to, no problem. Though I encourage you to, but you should be able to teach, and it's a good thing. So if you want to know something, if you want the thing to stay with you forever, then try teaching another person. And it's the most fundamental act of friendship. So I encourage all of you to begin teaching. All right, so lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, the student should be able to define application software, lesson explain the types of application software, state the functions of application software. Now, application software, but before I go into application software, I get into application software, I want you to know that in our introduction to computer software, I made mention of two types of software, and I said that these two types of software are system software and then application software. We have discussed system software to an extent, and in this tutorial, we are going to discuss application software. Now, application software is a computer program that provides the user with the ability to accomplish a goal or purpose. Application software can be divided into three categories. One category is general purpose application, another category is special purpose application, and then there is a third category not often discussed or talked about, which is the mobile purpose category. And that consists of programs designed for smartphones and tablets. Application software will always be general purpose and then special purpose. Now, application software has everything to do with the end user. That is yourself and me. We use application software. Application software is developed by software developers, software engineers, or computer programmers. These people develop application softwares for users to use. And application software helps users to accomplish a goal or to achieve a task. Now, these tasks can be special purpose or general purpose. So if it's a general purpose, then there is an application software to help you do that. If it's a special purpose, then there's an application software to help you do that. And these are the two types of application software. Now, types of application software. So one is a general purpose application software. Now, with a general purpose application software, it helps you to achieve a wide range of tasks. So you can use that particular software to achieve more than one thing or to accomplish more than one goal. So if you're able to use a software to achieve more than one task, then that software is a general purpose application software. Now, so an example is word processors, spreadsheet programs, database programs, and others. All right. So your web browser too, and your web browser. So your web browser is also an application software, and it is a general purpose application software. Now, with word processors, so an example is Microsoft Word. So with Microsoft Word, for instance, I know the basic function you know for Microsoft Word is typing documents. So typing, editing, and saving your documents. Now, Microsoft Word is an application software and it's a general purpose application software. Now, Microsoft Word is a general purpose application software in that you are able to achieve a wide range of tasks with Microsoft Word. It is not only meant for typing, even though that is a basic function, it is not only meant for that. You can do other things with Microsoft Word. Now, you can design a flyer with Microsoft Word. You can design a birthday card and other things with Microsoft Word. So if you're able to use Microsoft Word to do typing and then to do designing, then Microsoft Word as more than, then Microsoft Word is giving you the capabilities or the ability to use that particular software to do more than one task. So if you're able to do that, then we say that Microsoft Word is a general purpose application software because it has helped you to achieve a wide range of tasks. Now, your web browser or web browsers are also general purpose application software. Now, they are general purpose application software in the sense that they help you to achieve a wide range of tasks. Now, you can use your web browser to search for information on the web through the internet or using the internet, and you can use your web browser to read PDFs, and you can use your web browser if you're a web developer, you can use your web browser to check for responsiveness. So you develop a website and then you want to check if the website will run on all devices, or you want to see how the website looks like on a particular device. You can use your web browser to do that. So it will help you to check for responsiveness. You can use your web browser to watch videos. You can use your web browser to play audio tracks. So using your web browser to achieve more than one task, using your web browser to accomplish wide range of tasks makes your web browser a general purpose application software. So an example is Microsoft Word. Another example is your web browser, or you can say word processors or spreadsheet programs or database programs. All these are examples of general purpose application software. So the next type is special purpose application software. Now, with special purpose application software, it has everything to do with the user being able to achieve a specific task. So special purpose application software do not allow users to achieve a wide range of tasks. They only allow users to achieve a specific task. So if you have a software that helps you to achieve a particular task, then that software is a special purpose application software because you're not able to do anything or any other thing apart from what the software was developed to do. So let's say you have Adobe Photoshop. Now with Adobe Photoshop, you can only do designs. So you can design anything with Adobe Photoshop. Apart from designs, you can't do any other thing. So Adobe Photoshop becomes a special purpose application software because it helps you to do only designing. You can't do any other thing. Now you take your IDEs, for instance. Now IDEs, integrated development environment, and that's the place we write our codes to get a software. Now IDEs are developed to allow software developers to write codes. You can't do any other thing with your IDE apart from writing codes and debugging codes and putting your codes together to become a software. So apart from these things, you can't do any other thing with IDE. So making IDEs a special purpose application software. Another example is your video editing applications. So video editing applications allow for people to edit their videos, and they are only meant for that. You can't do any other thing with your video editing applications. So video editing applications are also special purpose application software. So the aim here is that if you're using a particular software and that software is allowing you to achieve a specific task, you can't do any other thing again with that software, then that software is a special purpose application software. So there are a lot of software available, a lot of them. You just have to use the definition and explanation that I've given you to differentiate them, to tell which one is a general purpose application and then which one is a special purpose application. Now, functions of application software. An application software like the database software helps users, both personal and commercial, to manage and organize data efficiently. So if you want to manage and organize data, then you need a database software. Now, database is just a collection of related data, and we have interacted with database before. Let me just remind you that when you first registered with Facebook, you entered your details, your first name, your last name, your contact number, and other information. Yes, after which you hit on the submit button or register button. When you hit on that submit button or register button, your details went to a database. So you have interacted with a database before, And as and when you get on Facebook, you like, you comment, you share, you post something, you are interacting with a database. So database software helps users, both personal and commercial, to manage and organize data efficiently. Now, word processing software like Microsoft Word helps users to type and edit documents in a more convenient and efficient way. So functions of application software. Do not forget that you are looking at the functions of application software. Then presentation software helps users to coordinate, share, and communicate ideas in a precise and concise manner. So if you don't know presentation software, Microsoft PowerPoint is a presentation software, very much like what you are seeing now. I used Microsoft PowerPoint do this. So as a presentation software, and it has helped me to share and communicate ideas in a precise and concise manner to you. Now, simulation software helps users to test their invention in a virtual world in order to get the exact impact it might have when tested in a real world. So simulation software, see, when you create something, you invent something, and that's something human beings are going to use that thing. It's only fair and proper that you test it very well just to see or to have the exact impact or to know the exact impact. So let's say that you invent a car. Human beings are going to use this car, and then you don't want to cause death of people. So to avoid that, you have to test the car in a simulation software. It makes it look like it's a real world thing, but it's not in the real world. So how the car is going to behave, the impact when it collides with another car and other thing, like exactly what will happen in real life. That's what a simulation software will give you, and then it will help you to correct all errors before you bring out your invention. So simulation software really helps users test their invention in a virtual world in order to get the exact impact it might have when tested in a real world. Then application software makes research and learning possible and easier with programs like Google Chrome, Firefox, and other online educational repositories. Now there is ChatGPT that you can also use. So all these things make learning and research possible and a lot easier because they give us the information that we want. And all these things are application software. So Google Chrome is a web browser and it's an application software. Mozilla Firefox is a web browser and it's an application software. Microsoft Edge is also a web browser and it's an application software. All too soon, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Try to enhance on the following. So define application software. Let's explain the types of application software. Let's for examples of application software. State for functions of application software. Thanks for watching. Next tutorials will be on multimedia in education. Subscribe and keep the channel active. I'm very grateful to all of you. Continue to be with me. And like I said, I'm going to do this no matter how long it takes. So tell another person to tell another person that Anti-Dote series is on YouTube and it's all about elective ICT. Until we meet again, it's bye for now.